Yo, what's up, YouTube? So I'm going to be breaking down Nero Knowledge's $1.5 million funnel. It's going to be a super simple breakdown. I'm sure we all know who Nero Knowledge is. Me personally, I really like his content. He makes a whole lot of esoteric content and stuff like that, basically about manifestation and stuff like that. And in today's video, I'm basically going to break down his whole back end and basically just explain the tactics and frameworks that he uses in his coaching business to help him charge multiple five figures per client for his one-on-one coaching and also generate a crazy amount of money from just doing online coaching. So let's just get straight into this, right? So I'm going to break down his whole funnel into firstly how he gets eyeballs, then how he generates these eyeballs into leads, and how he actually converts these leads into high ticket clients, right? And this video is only for you if you have an info product and you want to, look at someone such as Nero Knowledge for some sort of inspirational, like using basically his tactics to also scale your own info product, which I'll break down in this video, or you're somebody who growth operates. So you maybe help other people scale their info products and you're looking for some ways on how you could potentially implement new systems, new frameworks for your clients. Obviously, if this is not you, you can still go ahead and watch this video, but I'm just going to get really specific with this one, right? So firstly, let's go into how we actually get to eyeballs. So Nero Knowledge has its Instagram, and this is basically where everything starts off, right? So he has 82K followers, which is really nothing crazy. And you can see he only has 4 posts, which is, again, really nothing crazy. And really his Instagram isn't the main money maker. I'm going to break down the main money maker, which he has in a second. But his Instagram is basically his top of funnel, right? So as you can see on his Instagram, he has a bunch of client results, which every single person who sells info should be doing. When people are going to come onto your page, it's going to be one of the biggest factors that actually going to decide if they can eventually buy from you. Because obviously, who doesn't want to see client results, right? It's just a known thing. He also has a library, YouTube, where he basically has a YouTube link, and also his story. Again, very, very important. When people buy from people, they only buy from people that they know, like, and trust, right? And your story is one of the easiest ways to really convey who you are as a person and show off your personality. So having his story here and just showing who he is as a person is very, very important, right? And getting people to know, like, and trust him, obviously. So then his bio is basically saying, I share the hidden knowledge that athletes and entrepreneurs hire me for, but won't tell you. He has 300K on YouTube in only 8 months, which is honestly insane. Obviously, such a short time frame, and he has so many YouTube subs, which I guess is basically just showing that he really knows what he's talking about and really practices what he preaches. Obviously, he talks about the whole esoteric and just manifestation things and whatnot. Basically saying like he's manifested 300K subscribers on YouTube in that short time frame. And then you can basically go ahead and click this link in his bio. It will take you to a link tree where it goes ahead, and one link is to his book, which is Outsmarting Reality. It's a really, really good book. Which is obviously on Amazon. That's not really anything to do with the info. But obviously, because he has a huge personal brand, like why wouldn't he release a book? Obviously, he has so much knowledge as well. He's read so many books. And he also has a VSL page, which I'm going to break down in a second. So that's basically it for his Instagram. It's honestly very, very simple, really nothing crazy. He also posts a bunch of reels. So all these reels are basically just clips from his YouTube edited into this style that we've seen with a bunch of people. You see this other amongst other creators such as like Rob the Bank or like just you've seen this style a whole lot with this like type of editing. But yeah, it's literally just YouTube clips edited and posted onto his YouTube. I mean his Instagram, sorry. It's really nothing too crazy. It's honestly just super simple, and that's literally it for his Instagram, right? It's nothing crazy. So next is his YouTube. Now, I think his YouTube is where we all know him from. Me personally, I personally discovered him through YouTube, and I think most people do. And as you can see, obviously, he has 365K subscribers. So this also basically works as top of funnel. Again, like I said, I think most people definitely do find him through YouTube. And really, when I'm scrolling Instagram, I'm not really keeping my eyes peeled for esoteric content. Like I'm not really trying to find content like that. I'm really just, like looking for videos that are gonna like make me laugh or something like that. Whereas when it comes to YouTube, more people are just obviously gonna find him through there just because of his niche. So his bio is pretty simple. I share the hidden knowledge that elite entrepreneurs hire me for but never reveal to you. And here are his videos, right? So his videos are very, very unique because they solve his ICP's problems in a very, very sort of effective way, right? So Nero Knowledge most definitely has an ICP sheet. And if you're an online coach, you should definitely have one as well. Now, what this is basically a sheet of basically describing your exact ICP. So like what the problems that they may face, or like what do they do in their day-to-day life. So if I was to take a guess at who Nero Knowledge's ICP is probably people who are like self-employed. So, maybe they are an athlete or they run their own business and stuff like this. I don't really know if an athlete's self-employed, but you guys probably get what I mean, right? But yeah, like they're maybe like more like self-sufficient, maybe not on a job. Um, they're struggling to like progress past a certain point. So like, for example, they're maybe stuck at like a revenue cap. They can't make more money than what they're currently making, like stuff like this, right? They're just sort of stuck in life, and maybe they find themselves like working super, super hard, but they still aren't seeing different results in their business, right? Because this is the big thing which neuroknowledge pushes. That is, to make more money, you don't have to work harder. We don't have to necessarily, grind more. It's more about like changing your frequency. That's basically what he says. So he has a YouTube channel that basically solves his ICP's problem. So like why the worst people manifest. So this could be solving something like, oh yeah, like with one of the people that watch his videos that like, oh, I think I'm such a good person, why am I getting like my dreams? But it's basically solving that problem, right? That thought, or like how to stop letting others affect your reality or frequency. I don't know what the video is because it's like that, but I'm guessing that's probably what it is, right? It's really like frequency or something. So this is all just like solving problems of people in his ICP. As you can see, his videos are also super, super long. Like his videos are also always just like super value packed. Yeah, literally like 1 hour is like the average time. His videos are also super and like raw and authentic. Like a different type of style, if that makes sense. Like he's sort of like is I'm pretty sure he is actually one of William Brown's old clients, and one of the things that William Brown was always like you always see from him is that he's always holding that coffee cup, and it's sort of something that's replicated in Neuronology's content. I'm not sure if like William Brown passed that down, but I mean he's always wearing like the same white vest, the durag, always the same whiteboard. Like it's just really like his brand, if that makes sense. And that's just something which he does. And obviously his content is very, very raw, right? So like if you watch his videos, you'll notice that like him and his videographer, like they randomly start like singing or something like that, just like doing random stuff. And even though it might not be the best for like necessarily like viewer retention or whatnot, it's just his style, right? His style of making videos, and he's just unique with it, which is a big like factor that just differs him from all the other people in the esoteric YouTube space. Um, it's definitely one of the biggest reasons as to why he's come up so fast. Obviously, he's also read so many different books and whatnot. He has so much knowledge to display, but he really knows how to do content, and he has a style very, very down, which you obviously know because all his videos do very, very well, right? So that's basically it for his YouTube and Instagram. He has got like a Twitter, he has got a TikTok, but I mean, most of his clients definitely do come from just these two right here, right? Mainly for his YouTube, right? The YouTube is where all the nurturing is going on. He has like a ton of videos, as you can see, 269 videos. So really a lot, right? So once people have watched a ton of Nero's videos, maybe his reels and whatnot, they've went back and forth between these. They're then maybe going to be generated into a lead, right? So as you can see right here is what his YouTube bio is. So it's welcome me one to one. So basically just straight to his VSL page, an online library, which I'm also going to break down, and then back to his Instagram, which I'm really not going to break down just because obviously I've already broken it down, and his Instagram's really nothing that crazy as well, right? So first, let's go to his email thing. So once you click onto his online library link, you'll get taken to this page right here, right? So enter your desired reality without the corny new agey stuff. So straight away, this is sort of like changing him up, right? Because when we think of manifestation, we always just think like, oh, this is just BS, or this is just like some random like code, right? But he's basically just getting rid of that, like that thought that you already have as you come onto this page, right? Because he's just literally talking about, he's basically saying what could be on your mind as soon as you click onto this link, right? And then join 21,000 reality hackers, getting practical tips on how to actually change your reality every single day, right? So this is literally his email list. I'm personally sub to it, and his emails are just very, very short, like simple style. Like they're really nothing crazy. They're like a couple lines. But yeah, enter your email, and you can subscribe for free gems. A lot of people think, oh yeah, you should have a lead magnet here, but it really doesn't matter because obviously he has such a big audience and his knowledge is very, very apparent. So you don't really need a lead magnet. All you really need is something like this. And then the library of gems, imagine what 8 years and 400 books worth of reality creation knowledge summarized into practical quick reads with no woo stuff could do for you dive in. And there's basically a bunch of like sort of posts, like a blog style type of thing. So yeah, these are pretty good. I actually recommend to read these. But yeah, it's literally just these types of posts. And that's basically it for his whole website. So the whole purpose of him really collecting your email, I mean, sorry guys, the whole purpose of him collecting your email is to basically have you in an email sequence, right? Now, here's basically what a regular email sequence of a regular online coach may use. So a welcome email, which usually has a lead magnet inside of it. So let's say you're, for example, signing up for an ebook, free ebook lead magnet, you sign up for it, and then you expect the ebook in your email, right? In the welcome email that you get from them. So that's usually email one. The second email is usually their personal story. So talking about who they are more, with struggles they may have, whatnot, stuff like this. Email three is like a case study. So like, for example, like a student result, like a student interview or something like that. Email four is usually like a pitch. So just like obviously at this point they know that you do coaching, they know your story and whatnot. So you go ahead and pitch them on whatever it is you may have to sell to them. And then email five is usually like a final push, right? So for all the people that watch this email and they didn't like buy or book a call or whatever it may be, they can then get like a final push email, right? Just to, like recollect like most leads, right? It's just a rough email sequence that like it's just like a rough template that a lot of other online coaches use. But yeah, that's literally the whole purpose of them collecting emails. This is really, really effective because obviously emails are over a longer period of time, right? So I signed up for his email list like ages ago and I'm still getting his emails now. So it's basically a whole nurturing sequence, right? So I'm getting to basically know him, like him, and trust him over time. And as I've consumed more and more of his emails, I'm more and more likely to eventually buy into his one-on-one coaching, right? Or any type of info product from him because his one-on-one coaching is pretty expensive. So that's basically it for his whole email things. Next, we have his landing page, right? So this is basically his main landing page where he sells his high ticket coaching. So I think it's around 20K, 20, 30K, something like that. Like I might be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's around somewhere like that. I wouldn't really be surprised. Like obviously has a massive personal brand and he helps like literally Hollywood athletes. I mean Hollywood actors, athletes, like all these different types of like elite people, right? Like people who make a lot of money. So there's really no reason as to why he wouldn't charge that much. But his landing page is just saying, so unleash the potential you felt you have but can't see, and two to five extra results without doing anything different. I'll show you how in 7 weeks, right? So this is really the main bit of it, like really increase your results without doing anything different. So it's obviously showing that's not an action thing, it's not like a question of working harder. Then he has a VSL, which is basically a Notion breakdown. I'm not going to break that down in this video, but it's just a notion basically of him going down over like things. And then he has a CTA, which I'll break down where it goes in a second. And then he has a bunch of different client results, right? So as you can see, yeah, he literally works with like athletes, Premier League footballers, actors, and basically what it is below this, like his landing page is way longer. But it's just more testimonials and more CTAs, right? Literally, that's all it is. And then at the bottom, he also has a frequently asked questions bit. This is also pretty important because as somebody gets to the bottom of the landing page, obviously they're probably kind of skeptical and they're just looking for, more like info that they can get on his coaching. So having a frequently asked questions bit is just an effective way to clear up those like final questions that may have, and then, get the prospects to basically fill out the type form as soon as possible, right? So literally as soon as they go through this and they click onto the button, they're then redirected to a type form. So the type form basically asks a couple of questions like your name, your email, number, like are you self-employed, like a bunch of different questions. And these questions are obviously very, very important because he basically needs to figure out if you're actually someone who can qualify for his coaching. He doesn't want people who are unqualified to book a call with him. That's basically the whole point of it. So he basically has this whole type form to really filter out all of the unqualified leads. Obviously, some people may still get through who are still unqualified, but then he also has a downsell for that reason, which I'm going to break down in a second. But yeah, he has this full type form and then he has a Calendly, right? So choose the prospect filter type form and they're qualified for his coaching, they can then go ahead and book a call on his Calendly link. Now, if they are unqualified for his coaching, which obviously a lot of people are going to be, just because he charges very, very high prices and he really works with a very, very small, very like this tiny percentage of his audience, they will then get downsold, right? So he has a mid-ticket offer, right? So access the proven knowledge to align yourself with the awakened entrepreneur, break yourself through your revenue ceiling and begin your journey to 2 to 5x revenue within 9 weeks, right? So this is basically just a complete downsell. It's basically just a course with all the info, a bunch of different info on like basic manifestation. And as you can see at the top right here is you didn't qualify for the one-to-one mentorship package. This could be perfect for you, right? It's also calling out exactly who this is for at the start. So it's specifically entrepreneurs stuck at revenue ceiling. This is probably his ICP. It's people who just stuck at making some amount of money and they can't push past it no matter what they do, right? This is basically like the final result. So he has a quick VSL. His VSL on here is way different. It's not like a Notion VSL. It's not like just him talking. It's literally just like it's like one of his old YouTube videos. You can go on his channel and check it out. Where she basically just like it's not his face whatsoever. It's just literally like edits of like I guess like visuals, pictures, whatever you want to call it, and him basically talking over it. So yeah, it's way different from just like a regular VSL. But obviously probably still works since he's using it. And it's obviously only a mythic offer, so like he doesn't need to have anything crazy. So once you obviously, watch the video and you click onto the link, you're basically taken here. And yeah, it's a mid-ticket offer. So, it's the same thing that you put up there. And then it's a basically $1,000 course, right? And you enter your details and you can buy into it. So this is basically just acts as a downsell. So obviously all the people that go through his, top of funnel, fill out the type form, book a call, whatnot, and they're basically unqualified, they can go ahead and purchase this, which I'm sure basically has all the information, maybe stuff that he's also gatekept from his YouTube channel, just having it in this alone. So it just doesn't have the one-on-one aspect of it. And obviously because he has such a big audience, mid-ticket is definitely the way to go for him. He could also have a low ticket, but I definitely have seen like what he does. I wouldn't really be surprised if he doesn't have a low ticket. Like he may, or like, yeah, he could have one that he just like pushes like every once in a while or something. But to be honest, he does also have his book where you can just get like a bunch of his knowledge for only like, it's pretty cheap. And you can also just get his book online for free. Um, he also does do one-on-one calls sometimes. I have seen that in his email list, which is again something that's like slightly cheap and just a way for you to get some more help from him. So that's basically it. Those this is just high ticket and it's mid ticket, and overall it definitely works really, really well. So if you do run an online coaching business, what I can personally help you with is implementing some of the systems and frameworks I've gone over in this video today, plus more. So you can go ahead and book a call me down below. It'll be a complete free call for me to order your business personally, and obviously give you an offer at the end. I'm not going to be overly pushy or annoying in that sales call. At least just funnel hack your whole business, find out the things that you need to do, implement into your business to help you make more money with it. And then you can go from there, right? So let me know. I mean, book that call me down below. Also join my free Discord server down below. If you grow for pray or you're just looking to connect with me, it's a completely free server. And just might as well join it. And yeah, that's it for this one. Peace out.